Well, Ted Brule, boy, I mean, you are, yeah, I guess it's embarrassing to call you a genius, but you're probably getting close to that territory. You're what now, 10, 12 years old? How old?
I'm 13.
13. Well, 13 years old, and you just raised $6,000 and still going, on crowdfunding. And God, you just got the neatest thing. It's for people who are makers, who want to do stuff like you do, and you do it every day. But actually, at 13, you're showing the rest of us how to use what we have to use in the future, and you could use it now. You're bringing the future to everybody today, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
So explain the vacuum former to us, because a lot of people may not know what it, and it's so neat to have.
So with vacuum forming, you take a sheet of plastic and you melt it down in your oven and you use a vacuum to create a mold with it. And you can pour chocolate or plastic or wax in the mold to create more of your object.
Wow. So in other words, you could have your own little manufacturing facility, and
Yeah,
instead of having a big tool and die maker or something, you're using a vacuum former, which is, next to nothing, right?
it's $55.
$55. That's phenomenal, right? And you just grab an old vacuum cleaner you got around the house, and that provides the suction and everything else you need, right?
Yeah.
So what kind of things that got you there? What were you making that you liked vacuum formers so much?
I was making a computer and I wanted to make some parts for my own computer case.
Wow.
And vacuum forming is a great way to do that, but all the vacuum formers before were large and expensive, so I built my own affordable one.
I see. So the current vacuum formers were like I mean, is it hundreds or thousands or what are these
It's
things?
tens of thousands of
Tens
dollars.
of thousands of dollars, and you got it down to 50, $60 or whatever. Wow, that's phenomenal. We need you in Washington now, making stuff, making things so much. But more importantly, what made you think of going on Kickstarter to do this?
Well, some of my dad's friends have gone on Kickstarter before, and they've
Uh,
done pretty well. So, it's a really good opportunity to get out to people, especially makers. There's a lot of makers
I see,
on
right.
Kickstarter community, and you can get money up front to manufacture your product.
Well, no, I mean, I think it's a brilliant thing to do. But now, at 13 years old, to me, you're learning this. You're not learning to go to the bank. You're not learning to get investors. You're learning how to create money yourself for your projects, and then your projects and what you're creating will make more money from you. Man,
Uh-huh.
see, and if you can do that at 13, see, people 50 years old don't know this. And you're really showing by example a way how our economy has changed, and
Yeah.
it's wonderful example you're setting for the. Usually, adults show examples for kids. Now, kids are showing examples for adults. So, what do grown-ups tell you when they hear what the heck you're doing?
They like it a lot. I was at Maker Faire. A lot of people really like it. And it's surprising sometimes how many people don't know about Kickstarter yet.
Yeah, wow. And that's even the maker community don't know about
Yeah.
Kickstarter. That's very. I thought that community would know about this stuff too. Huh? When you were going to the makers, was it during your campaign? Were you getting orders for this or what?
So I went twice. One was in San Francisco, and that was before the campaign
Oh,
to get suggestions on how to revise it. And then the second time it was during the campaign.
and was that worthwhile for you to
That was, yeah.
really? Well, that's amazing. Yeah, I think that's brilliant. I talked to a person yesterday who has a way to teach yourself piano, and they're going to uh, a convention, a furniture convention, and they sell 400 of these things on their
Wow.
campaign. Yeah. So, I mean, you already got $6,000. I mean, that's phenomenal. I mean, what other, do you know of any 13-year-olds who went on the internet and got $6,000 with a real product?
I don't think so.
Oh, I know. It's phenomenal to me. That is, and I think it's so important that you're showing other people. I mean, a lot of people are looking what to do in life now. Life has changed so much for a lot of us out there that we're used to doing it the old way, and we have to learn the new way, what you're teaching us how to do. And not only to get a vacuum former so we can make our own stuff
Yeah.
and don't have to go to the store or buy stuff on the internet. We can make it at home. Yeah. You need something, and that's what and actually the other option is like 3D printers, and they're still very expensive, $1,000 or so.
Yeah.
So this is an alternative for that too, right?
Yes.
And then you could do cupcakes, right? Wow, that's amazing. So your website is creationhardware.com. That's where you go to, and then you could contribute to the campaign and get one now because you're probably going to be more expensive when the campaign's over, right?
It's gonna go up a little, yeah.
Yeah. So that's why people get a bargain if they go now before the campaign's over, right? And what
Yeah.
do you have in your mind
It's
for next time, Ted? What's it wrestling around in there?
I'm working on larger vacuum formers,
Ah.
automated units.
Oh, so you could like make bowling balls or cars or what?
Just larger parts like mask size.
Mask? You mean
Like
mask?
cosplay people, yeah, I want to make masks and
Oh,
costumes.
yeah, that would be perfect for that, wouldn't it? Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful. So you could make Ted Brule mask. Well, that's wonderful. Well, you're an inspiration to the rest of us, and we all have to start following Ted because you know what's happening in the world, Ted, and you know how to use the system, and that's the new system that's growing. It's going to be bigger and bigger, and you're showing us the way. And go to Ted's website, creationhardware.com, and look at that. If you don't know where the vacuum former is, he's got a wonderful video, shows you how to use it, what it is, and for $50, man, you got to get one home. Well, thank you so much, Ted. You're a
Thank you.
wonderful boy, man, whatever, inventor. Take care.
You too.